So what did the troops get for Christmas in the front line in 1914? They got one of these, a Princess Mary gift tin. Hello and welcome again to the Greenhouse Museum, having a look this time at an object from the collection connected to Christmas. And what we have here is what's known as a Princess Mary gift tin. So in 1914, the then 17-year-old Princess Mary had the idea of sending a Christmas gift to all the soldiers that were serving on the Western Front. And she created that campaign, various newspaper adverts, and by October 1914 they'd raised something like £15 million in order to get this project off the ground. Various designs of the tin, but this is the one that was final, with Princess Mary, her cipher, the Allied countries' names around the edge of the tin, made from brass. Originally we tried to import the brass from America, but unfortunately the quantity of brass that was earmarked for the project was on the Lusitania, and that was torpedoed and sunk in 1915, so that was a bit of a spanner in the works. But eventually it got off the ground, and by Christmas Day 1914 something like 400,000 of these tins had actually made it to men in the front line. The contents varied. Usually have a pipe, some cigarettes, some tobacco, and a picture postcard of Princess Mary herself. There she is. Now, they realised that not everybody smoked, and nor did they want to encourage people to start. So some of the contents of these tins varied. So for non-smokers, young soldiers, and for some reason nurses, they were sent sweets instead of tobacco. For soldiers in what, let's face it, was a multi-ethnic, multicultural British army at the time, particularly those from India, they had a little tin of spices that they could add to their food. All trying to give troops in the front line a sense that people at home were thinking of them, and they had that gift to remember that as well. So, as I say, they got about 400,000 there by Christmas 1914, but they were still issuing these tins into 1920. And in fact, something like 2.5 million were actually issued. Originally, it was to be sent to soldiers who were on the Western Front. Then it was opened up to any man or woman who was serving, whether they were serving on an active front, a home front, or indeed were prisoners of war. And this one was issued to a soldier called George Ditchburn, who was a miner from Middlesbrough, and he enlisted on the 9th of September 1914, very patriotically, war being declared on the 4th of August 1914, so he was one of the first to enlist, and he served with the 2nd Battalion of what was then the Yorkshire Regiment at an iconic engagement at the Menning Crossroads outside Ypres in October 1914, and survived the war and retired from, or was discharged from military service in 1919. So he actually left military service before some of these tins even got to their final destination.